Call the meeting to order. First up, flag salute.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with justice for all.
Okay. Sorry, to the agenda.
No, sir.
Okay. Public comment? There's none. Okay. Local 3215 report.
Are any of them on, Kate?
No, all I have is Ron Cordell, Steve Rachel, and an initial for JS.
So no union board members. Okay.
Volunteer report.
No volunteers are on.
Not anymore. Okay, correspondence. We have an email from the citizen.
Yeah, so, Columbia River Fire and Rescue has experienced a number of structure fires in the last, probably 2 months. I think we're up to 6 or 7 now. This one was in St. Helens, in the Elk Meadows Drive area, about 35,000 block. And what occurred was a fire started in the exterior of the structure, caught their deck on fire and extended into the house. Crews were called, I believe about 10:30 in the morning. And when the first units arrived on scene, they made a decision to make entry. They went in through the front door, were able to push the fire back out of the house and saved a substantial portion of the structure. The house did receive some, probably $100,000 damage, as it did get into the attic. But I gave the crews did a heck of a job between Station 1 out of St. Helens, Station 2, and the volunteers showing up out of LBTC. They made quick work of it because it was going to go a lot longer and probably more extensive damage to the structure. But Lieutenant Chandler and his crew made a decision. They went through the front door and they pushed it back out the door it came in and saved the house. And the family is super cool, very nice. We were very helpful as much as we could be, explained to them, told them things that they needed to do and how to help them and stuff. And so, without solicitation, the owner decided to send an email, so I included in the correspondence. So they're very happy with the actions of the crew and the staff that showed up on scene, and that we showed care and compassion and, trying to help them. They had an animal loss, we were able to help them find it, and so it was unfortunately having their house damaged. They only lived in for 2 months.
Wow.
It's gonna probably be quite a while before they're back in it again.
Tough. Yeah, that's cool. That's good to hear. They did all the fire. There was fire the other day.
Correct. Yes. We will be doing, just an add-on to that, we will be doing a public service message out. Several of the fires have started on the exterior of the structure from either unattended barbecues, unattended campfires, or unattended fire at some point on the property. And when the wind comes up, and you guys have noticed the last few weeks, we've had nightly afternoon winds from 25, 30 miles an hour. And it only has kick and amber over, and that's what's 3 of the 6 fires that we've had have been started from the exterior of the house. So we're just gonna advise folks, hey, it is burn season up till July 1, and folks are still doing barbecues and stuff. And so we want to try to keep, but half the fires we've had in the last 2 months have been because somebody's left something and it's caught something on fire and they spread to the house.
Good thing. Okay, consent agenda. Can I get a motion to?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from board meeting 5/21/24 and the bank statement check register.
I'll second.
Question? Be short this month.
Yeah.
The next few months are gonna be, they're not usually high spending months, we're waiting on tax money.
That makes total sense.
The next big check, we're gonna have a safe check going out for around 65, which is our workers' comp. Which is standard every year we pay for workers' comp, we have to have it, so. Divided it into 4, because otherwise we'd be shot up 260-ish.
Makes sense to divide it up.
That's 260,000 for
They just updated it, so 200 and something and change.
ballpark,
Yeah. And when we submit a final payroll, it moves a little bit depending on payroll, so. It corresponds with our.
Yep. I don't have any questions.
None for me.
Okay. Take a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those obviously no. Okay. That passes. Okay, chief officers report.
So again, as you guys are aware, obviously we're starting fiscal year 24-25. The next few months you're gonna see the check registry be like that. We're not spending a ton of money. That is basically survival until we receive our tax revenue in November. And so it's gonna be minimalistic living. We'll buy the things we need and fuel, bandages and, make sure the trucks are up and running. And then we're meeting payroll. That's gonna be the primary for the next few months. We are gonna start in July with you, the budget versus actuals. So we will have some, it will not be 100% accurate until we get the final, but we're gonna begin that with budget versus actuals. Chief Cole will be presenting, the continuing reports that we're getting. So we're gonna show you guys where our hotspots are in the district. How many calls we have, what type of calls. And so we used to do this back when I first started here a long time ago with the High Plains reports, a very, very, in-depth report that kind of gave you like how many fires we had, how many, illegal burns, stuff like that. So if you guys want them monthly, we can continue to do that. We can do it
That'd be
quarterly.
great.
So every monthly,
Yeah.
and we will continue that. So that's our plan, is to start all this in July. And so it's gonna be, your board packet will be a little bit thicker. And so, just be prepared for it, but we want to provide you guys as much data as we can. Clearly, any member of public or anybody that's online can also obtain a copy of it where they can see it. And it will be posted to our CRFR account, .com. Sorry.
Real quick on the data. So the report that I'm providing, it's like 40 pages. Would an email copy be okay?
Yeah, of course.
So we're not burning
Mhm.
trees. And then the only thing that I want to add on the statistics report is we're using a program by Image Trend. It's called Continuum. And it really data mines it good. I mean, it's like really impressive. There's going to be a little bit of a slight curve in the data. It'll provide pretty much about 85% accuracy. What we're working on our end with the troops is proper categorization of the calls they go on. And that just takes some time to learn, well, geez, why does that seem low statistics when we know we went on more calls of that than nature? It could be because they're categorized wrong. And the vendor at Image Trend said that's normal. It just takes a little while to capture that
Is
data.
that staff putting it in there?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, with the reports and stuff. So, but like I said, it's other than that little portion that could be off a little bit, it's not a huge deal, but I just wanted you to know about it. So,
A great example of data would be if you were working on your car, right, and your car caught fire in your garage. The primary response or call type was a car fire. It spread to your garage and burned your house down.
right.
And so if we categorize, it's not a building fire at that point, it's a car fire with an exposure being the building. So that's the stuff that, and again, it's a learning curve for all of us, including our personnel. And so that's why some of the data will shift a little until we get that training up and
And
guys.
just to give you an idea too of okay, it's upside down. There, the data. So like this is a heat map. In real-time live view, I could scan the whole district and see, I could look at it for one day, I could look at it for a week, whatever. And then it goes on, got some graphs here and their categories, it's really spells it out good. But after I email it to you, if you have any questions, just shoot it back to any one of us. We could answer them for you. This is information that we want you to know. For example, it's like I said, it's just, if you're a data guy, it's kind of, it's interesting. In the incidents by city in St. Helens, for May, there was 367 alarms. Then it categories it by postal code too, or city. But like I said, it's going to be a lot of information. It categorizes it by property use too. And this is an interesting one. It tells you what kind of properties were going on and stuff like that. All right there. The tells you the type of calls that were going on. One of the things that you'll see that may be a little skewed, it says apparatus and how many calls they're going on. So you'll see like Medic 471 looks like it's going on a lot of calls, but it captures it if they back them up. You know, so let's say 70's primary apparatus that transports and Medic 471 backs them up. You know, so Medic 471 is backing up a lot of folks that maybe not necessarily are taking the transport. So transport and response is kind of two different. You know, I didn't want you to go, geez, you know, Medic 471's going on a lot more calls than 70, you know, so. But like I said, we'll email this to you, you'll get it. And if you have any questions, fire away.
So this is where I'll pull my information from.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can. For now, I'll probably just send you this for the St. Helens in. I'm learning the program as we go along too. I mean, it's one of those programs that like, it'll do this much, and right now I know how to do this much. So I might be able to just pin it down to like exactly St. Helens and give
Yeah,
you a
that'd be
document.
perfect, yeah. I just want people to know the volume of calls
Yeah.
that you're getting and that, and the response.
And, I just want to say I'll get there, but for this month, probably, you know,
Just snapping.
you know,
Will I have it for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay,
you'll have this for tomorrow.
okay.
And then, like I said, you can kind of pick through it and go, all right, in St. Helens, they had this many calls. Does that
Sure.
make sense?
Sure.
But just give me a little bit of time and I'll be able to like give you a document, just St. Helens.
Yes, no worries.
So, okay.
So it also will, and again, as Chief Cole learns, and as we all learn this report, you're asking about a certain building or project. Yes, we'll be able to, so our target hazard stuff will tell us how many times, like, you know, we have a chemical plant. How many times we've gone to that chemical plant? How many times do we respond and get cancer? How many times we actually show up and mitigate something? So it is very, very, there's a ton of information we use to help us when we start doing the strat plan. The whole point of buying this program was it's allowing us to determine and help you determine where do we put our future fire stations? Like, is there a certain area of town that we're busier in? And maybe it's further away from St. Helens. Maybe we need to put a station over there to cover some of those calls. These are things that allow us. This program is, we're definitely learning about it, but it's gonna be able to give us a ton of data. And we'll just provide it for you guys. It may get shrunk down at some point to, you guys may go, hey, this is too much. We just want these 5 categories and we'll make it happen. We are gonna share it with local 3215. So when you guys get it, they'll get a copy of it as well, because we do keep historical data, and I have historical data back to around 2000. So someday somebody may be back, well, you know, where did we start at and how did we get to where we are today? And this program is going to help us with the data that we have from previous programs.
I just wanted to be able to give you something to start.
Yeah, that's all I have.
And then hopefully it'll get shrunk down a little bit, but it's an awesome program.
It's a good evening if you guys are sitting and pull up your iPad or pull it up on your email and look at it, and then start saying, yeah, we were like this, and we'll talk about it. You guys may say, we only want these ones. So you guys, we have time, but we're going to give it to you everything. And then you guys might help us decide you don't want this much, you just want this much, and we'll whittle it down for you guys.
Cool.
So that's our goal for July. So we'll provide that, and also there is a slight discrepancy between our data and the data created by CCOM, because sometimes calls are not calculated, or they might be. There's always been a difference. It's been since we went to this new program in 2018. CCOM might say we ran 300 calls, but our system says we ran 312. And so there is a discrepancy, because if we created a call or we added something to it, it's anyway, I just want to give you a heads up. It's not 100% accurate, because the CAD and the data we get doesn't exactly always drive. They're normally off by probably 10 or 15 calls.
Yeah, ballpark it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
No, sir. Unless you have questions for us.
How's your first few weeks going?
Busy. Good stuff. State Fire Marshal stopped by today. I had a nice meeting with him. Chief Cole is helping me on a few of just as we're spreading around all across the county, trying to make sure we're hitting some of these driveways and stuff. There are a ton of people who are building things. We did have the jail reach out to us today. They required inspection. So, that's not something we do. It's something the OSFM does, but I offered the 3 of us to go help, because the jail is large, and same with the schools. We want to get out and help, because Chris is just a single person and he can't do it all by himself. And so we're going to schedule those out. So fire marshal duties are being handled. Again, we've had several fires. Chris has assisted. We've also had some just through the admission of the folks of what happened. Didn't require full-fledged investigation because obviously there was an error, a human error involved that caused some of these fires. So it doesn't require once basically we don't know what's going on, then we have to bring an investigator. We still have a couple in-house that are helping us, and we can always reach out to the FIT, which is unfortunately shrinking with the loss of Chief Berg. We don't have miss, and it is what it is. So us and Scappoose have the primary investigators, and that's what it is. And if we need other assistance, we can reach out to Clatsop, or we can reach out to Multnomah. They can bring some folks up to help too. Yeah.
July, sorry, working at the same time, dealing with family stuff. July, the next board meeting, the senior Lewick will be here. Well, they will be presenting virtual for you guys to go over the reports. I had them send bound hard copies. If you guys would like that, I can deliver them to you. Or you can have the electronic version. This is for the first audit that we have completed.
21-22.
For 21-22. So, you guys can have either or both, whatever you'd like. We have that for you, and I think that'll be good. They'll be able to sit there and explain everything that they found, how they found it, and ask questions. They will be available to you guys at the next board meeting in July. If you guys are good with that.
Email's fine for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Email.
You good with emails?
And I'm good with that whack trees.
Okay.
I'm not a tree hugger.
All right.
Unless it's in your way.
Okay. So old business, old business, new business.
Can I make a suggestion on new business, sir?
Okay.
Move legal RFP to the end so we can knock these other things out. They're probably a lot shorter.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, cool.
Okay, first order of business is board meeting date and time review. We get a motion?
You guys can talk
I'm
about
not
it.
sure what we're looking at.
Well, do we want to change it? This is our
Well,
opportunity.
okay.
If we want to.
I think that if,
Stay.
my personal opinion is, I think we change it to the second, back to the second Tuesday. Only because we're gonna, we'll have all the information for the actual versus, budget. So we can see it, right? I'll have it done. Can't do it the first week because we gotta give them a little bit of time to put all the stuff in, right? Because some stragglers out there, just like everybody else's checkbooks. So if we do it the second, then I like the time.
I can't do the second.
You can't.
Yeah, that
Fine.
was why you guys moved it before.
I mean, if I could skip out on it, I would.
What about Wednesday?
Wednesday,
Wednesday
problem with
doesn't
that
work
is
for me.
it's gonna be city council
Well,
every
Thursday.
other week.
I guess that's only a couple days difference.
Yeah, Thursday does work for me on the second.
Thursday works for me.
Thursday works for me.
There you go. You wanna do that?
Thursday, there we go.
So second Thursday of the month?
Yep, second Thursday of the month.
Okay, so
Same time?
we just have to still, here is not a big deal using.
Yeah, we have to.
Paul's church, but we gotta check with CCOM for the odd months when we're down lower CCOM. So as long as there's no issue, but we can probably get that this week or
City
next.
Hall's available.
Yeah, City Hall's not gonna be an
You need a
issue.
motion on that?
You guys would need a motion, yes. So you guys-
I'll make a motion to move our meetings to the second Thursday of every month at 6 P.M.
I'll second that.
All right, vote.
Aye.
All right, the ayes have it.
Okay, well, we will contact CCOM, we'll let them get an email to you guys. Because if they can't do it, we might have to do it someplace else for that particular Thursday. So the next one would be the July 13th.
Oh, no, we're mailing our month this year.
July 11th.
Well, 11.
Okay. 7-11?
Yep. Okay, next we got, you wanna do the board policy review?
Yes, and so I didn't bring anything, because we need to figure out how, we can start next month, I wanted to figure out how you guys wanna do this. So all you guys received, except Paul, I don't think I've given you a flash drive. You guys have all the board policies on flash drive.
I don't have that.
Okay, so we need two, we'll get those to you, we'll make copies of it, so the Rick, Austin, and Ryan, as you guys are now, I apologize. We have board policies on flash drive. Again, trying to save trees, well, what we did in the past was, and this is years ago, Rick knows, I mean, probably 8-9 years ago. They used to require that the board would review a group of policies a month, so if they did the A group, they did it, and you guys would go back and review. And come back and decide if you want to make any changes or if there's any errors or anything, and then we would change it at the bottom. So right now, I think the last review was, Kate, when was it? 2014. I don't remember when. It's been a while. Clearly, it's been a while. So,
2014.
okay, so it's been 10 years, so we're definitely well overdue for a policy review. So if you guys want to start in July with A, then your homework from now till our July 11th meeting would be review the As. If there's issues, you email me, and what I do, I'd print a copy of those, and then we'd make the changes and we'd adjust up or down from there. So, but if you want to start with As, it's not a lot of reading. It's gonna be an hour or two, or you're spending time with it. There's probably 30 pages per group or so. But if you want to start with As, then we just start today. We'll say we're signing As to you guys. Please review the policies at the July meeting. But before the July meeting, you gotta let me know if you have changes. If Ryan goes, hey, I didn't see anything, I'm good. But Rick said I found a couple things. I just need to know what those are, and then we bring it to the board. Then you guys can discuss it, and then we can make those changes.
Makes sense to me. I'm fine with
Okay,
it.
so we will work on, I'll get a flash drive for both of you with the policies on it. And I'll deliver them to you and start with A, and then review A. If you guys have any changes, since we're going back to the second Tuesday, if you guys can review them now and get me some, second Thursday. If you guys can get it to me by the first of the month, by July, no later than maybe the July 4th holiday. That way I can make sure everything's printed and we're ready to go, because the week of the meeting, then we'll miss some stuff, right? No, we'll make sure everybody's aware of it.
Mhm.
And I'll be the point of contact. That way you're not having an illegal board meeting by having you guys discuss it. So send me your changes. I'll put them all together, and then we'll talk about it at the July 11th meeting.
Sounds good.
I'm just curious, I mean, if we've got an A policy, how many policies are
I think it goes to H.
there? Okay,
Remember H?
about 30 pages a piece.
They're right. Yeah, there's not. There's some that are shorter than others, and you don't want to do with personnel. I mean, there's different stuff that's at the board level. It's not long reading, and most of them are gonna probably stay the same, but then we can now adjust them. We are gonna post them to our CRFR.com, but then we'll have the ones that are now been adjusted. So we'll say, hey, A has been reviewed and it's now effective, it was reviewed July of 24, right? So we have the new date, and that way we get back to action where you guys are reviewing whoever the board is at the time is reviewing policies on a regular basis.
Okay, then we got Kerry Wacker retirement.
So Captain Wacker, I talked to him coming back, he came back, and now he's leaving us for retirement. And so, it is with joy to see him, move on and expand his wings, move to Idaho and, land of the free and home of the brave, because Idaho is a cool, beautiful state. And I wish him the best luck. He told me he wasn't gonna be here because he thought he was gonna be out of town. I'm working on getting a plaque for him. If I have to drive to Idaho, I don't mind driving to Idaho. I'll drive to give Kerry. But Kerry will be back periodically here, so I will get one meeting. I would like to present him with a plaque. I want to put it on Facebook. Kerry has spent 20 years, 21 years with our organization. And be sorely missed. He was my education expert. He has helped corral the new volunteers and get them motivated and get them excited about being volunteers. And he will be sorely missed in our organization. It's been a pleasure working with you, sir, and we want to get you some. With everything else going on, I apologize, Kerry, if you weren't gonna be here, I didn't make it a high priority to go get you a plaque, so. Yes. My virtual plaque, yeah, so, Jerry can make you one real quick, but, if you're back at, future dates now, it's the third Thursday, if you're gonna be in town, good luck. Sorry. I'll get it right, yeah, Ron, we change it so often, yeah, sorry, it's been a long day.
It's a learn. It's a moving goal.
Coming whole third Thursday, third Thursday of the month, all right, third Thursday, no, it's the second Thursday, all right. But, I do appreciate everything you did, sir, and again, you always have a home here, you wanna stop by for a cup of coffee, we'd love to see you. And if you and Wendy need anything over there in Idaho, don't hesitate to ask, I'll drive to Idaho, I like Idaho, so. But we do appreciate what you did for our department.
Yeah, it's a different world up there.
I love
Off
it.
the I-5 corridor.
I'll be up in Bonners Ferry, so it's
Bonner's Ferry, sorry.
so way up above Sandpoint, but I'll be a hospice chaplain.
Oh,
Okay, so I took a job as a hospice chaplain starting July 1. It's kind of a unicorn job. There are only 2 hospice chaplains for the whole Panhandle,
really?
and I'm working for a company called Eden Health, which is it's a hospice agency that is all over Montana.
We just dealt with them. We just dealt with them here.
Yeah, so I'll be
They're
working,
very good.
yeah, so I'm working for Eden Health
Yeah.
and got hired in that, so. And met the fire chief of Paradise Valley Volunteer Association, who unloaded my truck along with one of the other guys. And he's like, oh, you're a firefighter. They're 100% volunteer. I looked at him and I said,
you got a beard. He goes, yeah, we all do.
Okay, I'm in.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna miss you guys and the crew.
Thank you for your service. Appreciate it.
We're gonna
Yeah,
miss
thank
you.
you.
My engineer from Upland, bought a place in Sandpoint, so I gotta go see him. He said this summer, so I'll come up and see you, Gary.
Sandpoint, yeah, my office is in Sandpoint.
Is it? Oh, good.
I'll be driving Coeur d'Alene, Sandpoint, Bonners. Dwayne Jordan is right there. The Lees are right there. You know, an Apple. So I'll be seeing them, you
I
know.
know
a
plenty of apples.
bit.
Bad joke.
That's a good place. But I'm taking the job. We're also moving into, the basement of my in-laws house. They're 81, so we're gonna be
Helping them.
helping them, you know, stay in their home.
Awesome.
Nice.
Well, cool.
Well, anytime, sir. Thank you.
Yeah,
And,
thank you.
I
I
will,
was glad I was able to come out and say goodbye.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Can we talk you back into staying?
About what?
Can we talk you into staying?
A lot of people have tried.
Yeah.
I wish I could, actually. Not my choice. My choice was in 7 years. When I came back, and it was to get the guys going, but it was to help rebuild the volunteer program. And then this thing came up and it's like, okay. So leaving the church but leaving there, wanting to finish well. You know, so there's a good group of volunteers that are here, and I think they've got a good head of steam now.
Done 10,000 gallons last night, so they did a good job.
Well, if your phone number changes, please let me know.
The cell phone's staying the same.
Okay, good. I can call you.
I mean, people have it.
Everything you left better too.
That was the goal. Leave it better than you found it.
Done a great job with the church over there.
Thank you.
Good things.
Yeah. Yeah, I hired my daughter as the part-time children's ministry director.
Oh, nice.
I still get a little hand in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're leaving the trailer at her house, so when we come back, we have a place to stay. I imagine we'll be back every 3 months.
Does Warren, is it non-denominational?
How long of a drive is that? Just curious.
8.5 hours.
I just moved my daughter back from, Boise. She was in, Meridian.
Oh, okay. Tickets are cheap right now, though.
Hmm?
$69.
Oh, we
from
did
Spokane
plenty,
to
we did plenty of
Mediac,
flying. Yeah.
$89.
Yeah.
Oh, cheap tickets.
Yes, you say you can't drive for that.
Oh,
No, you can't.
no.
You're there in what, 45 minutes, 50 minutes? on it?
Yep, it's great. And
Yeah.
Boise Airport,
It's about 2 hours. It's about 2 hours from Bonners to Spokane, but like I'm coming back and doing Bob Thiessen's funeral a week from Saturday. So I'm just gonna hop on a plane, and I got actually 2 funerals that weekend. Leave the car there at the airport and come back and then fly back in.
No.
But the nice thing is it's, you know, maybe 35 hours a week job. And I pick my clients and just go drive to their house.
That's awesome.
Well,
Sound like a lot of freedom.
it's in my retirement.
Well, when you know you're in town, just text me because I would like to
Yeah.
get you a cup of coffee too. I hope I'll have your plaque made by then and we can do a little ceremony for you so we can
Yeah.
post something and put some of the stations.
Yeah.
You were a
Good.
fixture here for a lot of years, sir, so we appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, SDO board retreat review.
So I spoke to Jeff Griffin. They would like, our July meeting is probably gonna be a long meeting. You have the singer in Lewick who's gonna make a presentation, I'm assuming 45 minutes. SDO would like to come and talk to you guys about the board retreat and the information they got. They made posters, and they have a whole bunch of stuff they want to show.
Cool.
They were hoping to have it for this meeting, but Jeff said they just couldn't do it, so it'll be at the July meeting. I don't have to tell, they did tell them it was the third Tuesday, now I have to tell them, so they bumped up, so. Yes, hopefully it works. If not, it'll be August, but they do want to come here. They have a ton of stuff, data that they took from that whole meeting, put it together in a packet, and that will help us begin working on the strategic plan. So he just wanted me to update you guys tonight that he was wanting to be here tonight, so he was gonna come and see everybody. Be July, as long as he can meet the 11th. If it won't be, it'll be our August meeting then. But sometime, and those meetings, July and August generally, I mean, we're doing the board adoption of the budget next week. That's a short meeting. The July and August meetings generally we won't have a lot of stuff. We're not doing a lot of things. So it'd be great. So you guys will have the audit to review and then we'll knock that out. So, but it'll probably be a little bit longer than our normal meeting right now, but there's a ton of information for you guys. So you just wanted me to convey that to you.
It's what, it's to be expected.
Yeah.
So it's not, right, it's a butterflies.
Have you already sent it to them? We're still waiting.
They, however they want.
So would you guys all like to email to you? We can do, okay, so you guys will receive a copy by the weekend. That way you guys have plenty of time to look at it.
I'm actually gonna ask them now to the second Thursday. Change it.
The second Thursday. Yeah, I wrote that down, second Thursday.
7-11.
Yes.
They can't, well, do next month on the whole day, change it after that.
Alright.
So we don't mess everybody out.
Or if we had to, you guys, we could do a special meeting just for them to give you that and then just, so if they
I'm
can.
gonna leave it.
When's the next meeting next week?
27th, which is Thursday.
Okay.
And honestly, it's, you open for public comment, any public comment, you hear public comment, and then you guys decide to adopt, and that's when you set it, and then it's a short meeting, other than public comment.
All right.
So that's it from the board, retreat review, sir.
Okay, now we have the legal RFP.
Sealed with the fancy scissors.
Feel kind of delivered.
We got one.
We received one. We did reach out to a number of entities. Several of them said that they were, considering sending something in by the due date. We only received one. So it is closed. And this is the company that sent it to us, and they are Miller Nash.
They are capable of doing absolutely everything.
So looking up some information on Miller Nash. They're one of the largest firms in Oregon. They have about 150 attorneys on their staff. They are headquartered in Portland, and they cover pretty much everything that a fire district would need. They talk about fully contracting, real estate, labor, employment practices, land use. They have attorneys that handle everything, and we have a lot of attorneys. So in the future, that's something you might consider, that maybe as other attorneys, finish cases, and move on, that we just fold into one firm that can handle pretty much anything that could come down the pipe for us.
We're definitely short the check register.
It would. As you guys are looking through this, the recommendation I'm going to make is for the ongoing investigation with OSP and the county and the issue with the audit company that we're currently in litigation with, that we retain Mr. Blitz just for those two, and just as a point of contact, because he knows all the people that are involved in it, and that's the only thing he would be doing. So if we have anything to do with the investigation and or the lawsuit that's dealing with the audit company that we're currently looking at, we don't think did a good job, he would be the point of contact versus trying to do something else. This is my recommendation. You guys, this is your decision to make, but it would make it easier and it'd be less having to speak to Miller Nash about that. And again, though, as those things drop off, he would just drop off as our attorney of record for those two incidents, or legal issues. Yeah, no, like you're saying, incidents.
Do we need a motion before we discuss?
No, you guys can discuss, and then at which point somebody can make a motion. But if you guys have questions, if you're looking at it, as looking at some of the stuff we found out that we would have Ms. Liana Reeves would be our appointed lead counsel for the district and the board. And she has been in 23 years experience in public law, employment law, and government and regulatory affairs. That would be our attorney for you guys to speak to. Obviously, if she had to speak to somebody else, they bring somebody else in, but that would be our point of contact. And they're offering 8 hours of free to get caught up on some of the stuff that we have going out there. So without charging us. Again, we, but that's all alternative. I give you the breakdown of I decided to look at what our attorneys were paying, what our current attorneys are. One labor law is $335 an hour. Cable Houston, which is the land, the Boley is $345 to $400. Markowitz Hebel is the audit company, issue, and they're $425 to $800. So per hour. So I clearly I picked the wrong job, as I should have. Sorry. I mean, and Miller Nash is actually less. So they're actually less than some of the attorneys we're actually using. So, but those are the ones we've engaged for the various things that are going on. And so Chief Cole, we were a little disappointed. We were hoping to have a few more. Chief Cole made a good suggestion for something for the board to consider is you get to test drive for a year, right? You guys can decide if this is not working down the road, we open up another RFP and we go. But this would give us an attorney or attorneys with an S that can probably cover anything that the district may encounter over the next year. And again, we can always go out later, but this company has reached out to us on a number of occasions. We actually spoke to them and they told us they were going to submit. They did, and we're excited they did. So my recommendation would be to at least give them a shot. That they're not charging a retainer, so we don't have to budget for unless we use them. We don't have a fee incurred.
I did reach out to some of my professional contacts today, and nobody had anything bad to say about them.
Oh, I agree. Well, I like the drainage improvement that's in here, that they represent
They
that.
have some at this end too, don't they?
Rainier School.
Yeah.
They're one of the largest in the state. They have a pretty stellar reputation.
What this is your recommendation?
The recommendation would be that we engage them as our legal counsel for the district and represent the district and the board. And hopefully we don't have to use them, but if we do, then we have a point of contact and we can go from there. We do have several things that are still ongoing, which I said, like the thing with Polly Rogers, which is that. We got so many attorneys, Hebel, right? Or Markowitz and Hebel is the audit,
Casey Notes Tripoli.
Is- and land, and then Adam Collier is our labor attorney, which currently right now, we're not engaged in anything with local 4215 in negotiation, so we're not utilizing Mr. Collier right now.
So we say, assuming we vote yes, and then once we do that, then we ship them over whatever they need and they start doing their 8 hours of free. They're ready to go and on the ball if we need to use them.
Correct.
So out of pocket with this comes after the free 8 hours.
Yes. We would
And
read
there's no
it,
retainer fee.
no retainer. Which is a bonus versus some other ones that we've had in the past require a retainer.
Well, I trust you guys to bring us the most appropriate. That's it. You guys recommending these guys, I'm gonna go with them.
I'll second.
I haven't quite made a motion yet.
Oh.
No, God.
Yeah, it's all good. You guys,
The disclaimer is there was only one.
So, in all fairness, it would have been nice to have a couple more.
it would have been.
But I guess it is what it is. So, all right.
You have a first and second. Kate got that right?
I'll make a motion to accept the RFP from Miller Nash.
Okay,
And somebody second.
I'll second it.
Okay, Paul second.
okay. Vote.
But any other further discussion?
Oh, yeah, any discussion?
Rick, do you have anything?
No.
Okay. And you guys can keep those to look at too tonight. And if you have any questions and stuff too, we can reach out to them.
I think it'd be more you guys having questions.
Well, then we have a single point of contact tonight. So obviously, if Ms. Reeves needs further, there's 150 attorneys you can reach out to for various things. So, it just,
Local government law.
They did not submit an RFP.
Okay,
We
we used to be
contacted.
with them though, right?
we used them. I don't,
Scappoose used to, and we did, and so did Classic and I.
since I've been here, Rick, I remember we did have it, but I don't know when that dropped. It might have been when the IGA had stopped. But we reached out, we called
They didn't submit
we
it.
tried, we actually called and said, please submit something so our board has something to look at. Unfortunately, obviously, we've had a couple bad years, and I think our reputation unfortunately precedes us. And I think as we move forward with, in, you know, doing much better, I think we'll have more opportunities in the future. The other places might go, okay, they've turned their stuff around, right? So I think this company being the third largest in the state, with the attorneys they have, at least gives us somebody for us to reach out to when we have a legal issue that we want clarification on. So I think in the future, we'll have more opportunities. I really do.
People know their name at the courtroom, so it's
Yeah.
kind of nice.
Any more discussion?
Sure.
Okay, a vote?
I'm ready.
All in favor?
All in
Aye.
favor?
Aye.
Aye.
It's all good, right?
You got it, you got it.
You're doing great.
All right, ayes have it.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Okay. Board member comments?
Thank you, Carrie, for your years of service. It's
Mm-hmm.
been a pleasure serving with you. Had a lot of good times. For a pig roast at your church,
Mhm.
dug a hole in the back and roasted a whole pig one year. And yeah, a lot of stuff your church helped us a lot. I remember when you started as a youth pastor
Mhm.
and then moved your way up, so you're gonna be missed.
Thank you.
Enjoy your time over there.
Jealous.
I'd like to second that one. I think, I don't know you personally, but I have plenty of friends in the community and other firefighters that have nothing but good things to praise to say about you. So I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. And I have family up there in that neck of the woods, and it's a good place to retire. So good seasons, good hunting too.
Maybe we want to.
Thanks for all your service, man. I've just not meeting you, but, 21 years says a lot.
I'd like to as long as I've known you.
Thanks, Jerry.
Yeah, anything I can do to help.
Yeah, you're a giver.
I just reiterate what these guys have said. I know you're a little different than through the fire department, but I appreciate you and working with you clear back in youth pastor days.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been good. And thanks for your guys' leadership. Appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you gentlemen, having the faith in us to bring it back around. And the only way it's gonna happen is with you gentlemen helping us and local 1315, our volunteers all pitching in to turn this department back to what people were proud of. So it's a team effort. So thank you guys.
Well, if what I've seen so far continues, it's gonna be good. One of the things I appreciate is transparency. You know, you reach out to us and want us to come see you. So,
Yes, sir. We appreciate it. And that's, again, having one meeting a month, and we don't get to see you guys enough. So the more opportunity to have to talk to you, and even individually, is definitely a benefit to keep you guys in the loop into what we're doing.
I agree. Okay, well, on that note, I'm gonna go to a baseball game.
Okay.
6:43, and the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, gentlemen.
They got on?
Thank you.
Back to Helen.
I don't either,
I
but
glanced through it. I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah.
It's all pretty rhetoric.
yeah.